Have you ever heard that, contrary to popular belief, Farsi is the official language of Iran, not Arabic, as is common in many Islamic majority countries? Iran is a place of rich history and distinct culture. In this video, we're going to uncover 10 surprising facts about this nation that are sure to blow your mind. Don't go anywhere, because the info we're about to drop about Iran is going to totally change your perception of this intriguing country. Let's kick things off with a mind-blowing fact. Every day, around 22 million liters of gasoline are illegally smuggled out of Iran. Sounds like something out of an action movie, right? But that's just everyday reality in the country. To give you an idea of the scale, that amount of fuel would be enough to fill over 8 Olympic-sized swimming pools. So what drives such a massive smuggling operation? The answer's simple: profit. Interestingly, Iran chooses to heavily subsidize fuel, offering it at significantly lower prices within its borders. This results in a much lower cost for gasoline locally compared to what you'd see in surrounding countries, where prices are market-driven. This price gap sets the stage for a booming fuel smuggling scene. Plenty of folks dive into this risky business aiming to sell gas abroad for much higher prices, cashing in on the hefty price difference. The scale of this underground trade is mind-blowing, raking in billions of dollars in revenue annually. To put it into perspective, the haul from fuel smuggling can rival the yearly budget allocated for the country's development. This not only highlights the profitability of this hustle, but also the significant impact it has on the Iranian economy. Second fun fact: surprisingly, Iran stands out as the world leader in nose surgeries, a fact that might catch you off guard. Yep, you heard it right. The country boasts the highest rate of rhinoplasties worldwide, surpassing any other nation in the number of procedures per capita. But what's behind this fixation on nose modifications? Historically, the Persian ideal of beauty has always favored small and delicate noses. Larger noses were seen as less desirable, sparking a long-standing tradition of seeking nasal perfection. Moreover, Iran's social norms, including mandatory hijab for women, make the face the primary window of personal expression and beauty. With much of the body covered, the face takes center stage, prompting many Iranians, both men and women, to turn to plastic surgery, especially rhinoplasty, to enhance their appearance in line with local beauty ideals. Before we dive into our video, I'd like to share something with you all. In the first comment, right below, you'll find a special link. If you're enjoying our content and are interested in supporting us so we can keep up the frequency and quality of our posts, know that any contribution will be warmly welcomed. We appreciate any support you can give us. Third fact: Iran follows a dating system that differs from most of the world, using its unique calendar. While much of the globe goes by the Gregorian calendar, Iran marches to the beat of the solar Hijri calendar, also known as the Persian or Iranian calendar. This calendar stands out for being based on the sun, unlike the lunar-based Gregorian one. The standout feature of the solar Hijri calendar is its remarkable precision, achieved through meticulous astronomical observations to determine the exact length of each year. The start of the year in the Iranian calendar is marked by the spring equinox, when day and night have equal lengths. This event occurs near a specific meridian, about 400 kilometers east of Tehran. So while many countries go by the Gregorian calendar, Iran marks the passage of time in a unique way, following the rhythm of the solar Hijri calendar. Fourth fact: in Iran, the act of drinking alcohol faces drastic consequences under Islamic law, an 80 lashes punishment. The strict enforcement of this law reflects Islamic values that forbid the use of intoxicating substances. It's important to note that such penalty is specifically directed towards followers of Islam, as Islamic law is generally not imposed on people of other religions. However, it's expected that non-Muslim residents in the country also respect local laws, including the prohibition on alcohol. Despite the severe punishments and strict enforcement of these laws, alcohol still finds its way into the country, whether through underground production or smuggling, with estimates indicating an influx of 60 to 80 million liters of contraband alcoholic beverages annually. Curiosity number 5. In Iran, the concept of the weekend follows a distinct pattern from that observed in many other parts of the world, occurring on Thursday and Friday. Thursday marks the end of the work week, often operating as a shortened workday for many, serving as a prelude to the upcoming days off. Friday, on the other hand, is the peak of the weekend, dedicated to rest and religious practices, aligned with Islamic traditions that designate this day for communal prayer, known as Jummah. This setup underscores the special value of Friday within Islam and alters the Iranian weekly perception and rhythm. So, while in many places people are just starting to gear up for the weekend on Friday night, in Iran, the rest and religious celebration period is already well underway. Fact number 6. Iran's educational scene has seen a remarkable turnaround in terms of gender participation in higher education. Since the 90s, an increasing number of women have been enrolling in universities, surpassing male presence in classrooms. This phenomenon is particularly notable given the historical context of restrictions on female access to education, marking significant progress in Iranian women's fight for educational equality. Defying adversities, including discriminatory quotas and limitations in certain fields of study, women have not only made their mark in higher education, but also achieved academic excellence. The drive for this transformation can be traced back to improvements in access to basic education for girls during the 1980s, paving the way for this remarkable achievement in higher education. Fact number 7. Iran is known for housing a true masterpiece of textile art, the largest hand-woven carpet ever recorded, located in the stunning Sheikh Zayed Mosque in Abu Dhabi. Unveiled to the world in 2007, this extraordinary piece spans 5,630 square meters, with over 2.2 billion knots meticulously hand-tied, a testament to the skill and dedication of its creators. With dimensions reaching 133 meters in length and 41 meters in width, the carpet carries a hefty weight of 12 tons. It was the result of hard work and collaborative effort by 1,200 talented weavers from the province of Khorasan in Iran, who dedicated a year and a half to its execution. Led by the renowned Iranian artist Ali Khaliki, the carpet's design stands out for its intricate patterns and the use of 25 different natural shades, in a composition that blends about 72% wool and 28% cotton. This magnificent piece not only showcases the exceptional Iranian craftsmanship, but also the richness of detail and care applied in its conception. Before we dive into our video, I'd like to share something with you all. In the first comment, right below, you'll find a special link. If you're enjoying our content and are interested in supporting us so we can keep up the frequency and quality of our posts, know that any contribution will be warmly welcomed. We appreciate any support you can give us. Fact number 8. In Iranian culture, a gesture that many of us do without a second thought can actually be a major faux pas. Raising your thumb, often seen as a sign of approval or agreement in many parts of the world, takes on a completely opposite and highly disrespectful meaning in Iran. This gesture, for Iranians, carries a weight similar to flipping the middle finger in many Western societies, carrying a connotation of severe insult, pretty much equivalent to a vulgar taunt. It's a crucial reminder about the importance of understanding and respecting cultural nuances. What might be an innocent or even positive sign in one context can turn into a serious offense in another. Understanding these differences is essential to avoid misunderstandings and maintain mutual respect when crossing cultural boundaries. Curiosity number 9. Although polygamy is an accepted practice in some majority Muslim countries under certain conditions, Iran has distanced itself from this tradition. In the past, the country's legislation allowed Muslim men to marry up to 4 women. However, significant changes were proposed to limit this practice. One notable change came with the Family Protection Bill, which suggested the possibility for men to acquire additional wives, up to a limit of 3, without the need for consent or even informing the first wife. This proposal, however, faced considerable resistance, especially from women's organizations and advocates for women's rights, who saw it as a threat to women's rights and dignity. It was argued that implementing this law could lead to more inequalities and the exploitation of women. Due to this strong opposition, the bill did not become effective, and polygamy remains a prohibited practice in Iranian territory. Last curiosity. Considered one of the cradles of civilization, Iran carries a history that spans millennia, establishing itself as one of the oldest nations in the world. This country was the setting for important chapters of human history, with evidence of occupation and urban development dating back to 4000 BC. The Elamite civilization, which flourished in what is now known as southwestern Iran, is one of the first to lay the groundwork for what would become Iran, still in the Proto-Elamite or Susa III era. Iran's historical tapestry is enriched by the succession of grand civilizations, such as the Medes, Achaemenids, Parthians, and Sassanids, each contributing unique elements to Iranian culture, architecture, and society. This mosaic of influences has given Iran a unique identity, as one of the few nations to have a continuity of human occupation since its earliest origins. The archaeological sites, monuments, and relics that punctuate the Iranian territory today are guardians of this glorious past, preserving and recounting the stories of a land with a rich and diverse historical heritage. And so we conclude our exploration for today, looking forward to new discoveries in our next encounter. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time.